Well, hello, and welcome to Money Talks with Ayanna Smith. I am going to focus on tonight the Black History. Take a Black History moment because I've been asked so many questions and I want to address some of them. But one I really want to get into on this broadcast, and I think it will really be helpful, is to get into talking about what entrepreneurship did for the Black community, the African American community, what it did for our community, and how we can get back to some of those things. We're doing those things, I believe, and how we can marry them to what we're currently doing if we even work at W-2. What I said, W-2, whether you're a W-2er, 1099er, or what have you, this would be something that you are going to be in for a treat to listen to. So just stay tuned, get your paper, pencil, pads, whatever you need to get, and we will be right back. Well, we are back, of course, and I am so excited again. Like I said, I am Ayanna Smith, and you're welcomed to the broadcast of Money Talks with Ayanna Smith. I am your host, and I am a financial professional, life insurance broker, and I really help people make and save money and delve into especially that entrepreneurial woman, professional woman, and helping her and her families to get things together and to be more aware, and also drill down into that estate planning piece and that succession planning piece with our businesses. Because who wants to work forever and not have a plan in place to pass it on or to sell it to someone else so that we can go on and make our fun in the French Riviera. All right. So listen, without further ado, we're going to get right into our message and lesson and all that good stuff for our show. And again, this is Money Talks with Ayanna Smith. And we're going to be talking about, since it's Black History Month, talking about the economic empowerment of our community through entrepreneurship. So let's get right into it and look at some things and know that, first of all, entrepreneurship has played a significant role, very significant role in enhancing the economic empowerment of the Black community. And we're going to talk about several ways that it has done that, entrepreneurship, because we know we have so many entrepreneurs on the rise, people really making it with multiple streams, building different legs, if you will, to really lift the let's say just the economic growth of our community. And we have to really focus in even the more to doing the things that will get us to where we need to be. So here are several ways that entrepreneurship has played a significant role in enhancing and economically empowering the Black community. And one of those ways has been wealth creation. So what happens is entrepreneurship provides opportunities for wealth creation as well as asset creation. Because when you think about that, well, you put it in the chat. What are some of the things you think about when you think about wealth creation? People, I always say your gifts are in your hands. The things that you like to do, the things that you do well, you do without effort, that is a business. I was talking to a friend and they were talking about they were being asked to, help people with cooking and cleaning and doing different things like that. And I said, well, you know what? You may be doing those things that people are calling on you, but that is another stream of income for you. And they agreed. And I said, you're doing these things and people are paying you and all that. But think about, this may be a way for you to create more wealth for yourself by turning what your passion is into a business. And that probably should be a class, right? Turn your passions into cash, turn your passions into a business. So it creates wealth. So the entrepreneurship provides the opportunities for wealth creation and asset accumulation by people starting their own businesses and growing their own businesses. So think about it. The African American entrepreneurs have potential, to build equity, meaning, build up money inside of properties, generate income, and accumulate wealth over time. So in that case, you end up or people have ended up, or we can end up improving our economic status and having financial stability. And with the way things are going, it's like I would say put the blinders on, be aware, but put the blinders on the way things are going, and the verbiage and the messages that are always put out to us on what's really going on. If we create our own way of building wealth legitimately, then it will not matter what's going on, because if you have enough, then you'll have enough. It's kind of like that. I'll say it again. If we have enough, then we will have enough. And it won't matter what the news is saying. It won't matter what the newspapers are saying. It won't matter what we hear coming across the airways. It won't matter, because we will have enough, because we have created enough wealth as we're building our businesses. Now, of course, there are some ways to do that, and we want to do it in a legitimate manner so we can track it and have our paperwork in order, so that we can then qualify for bigger opportunities, larger opportunities. But just straight out, we can set up ourselves with basic EIN numbers through your IRS, get that. Open up a business bank account, get that. Go to get a business address if we don't have opportunity or can't get right into an office at this point, a physical office. Go to a place that allows you to have a physical address that is a business address. And then with that, the next thing, go to a bank and open up a business bank account with that business address and with that EIN number. So and then of course it's after we create the LLC or the S Corp or the C Corp and all that. These are the things that we need to do, that we need to do them in order, so that we will have much success and we can be on the road to success, and at least have those foundational things taken care of, so that we will be able to move forward and catapult. Okay. So then the second thing that the economic empowerment of, with the Black communities and entrepreneurship has catapulted, it also creates one, wealth creation, but two, job creation. Because sometimes as we have, businesses, we'll contribute with Black-owned businesses, contribute to the job creation and economic growth within the African American communities. You think back, when it was before all the redlining and the things of that nature, we had our Black communities, because we were only relegated to living in, and therefore there were businesses there. We had everything created there: barbers, clothiers, shoe makers, what have you, were all in that one community. And so it allowed Black people to hire other Black people to help them to build up. So it allows individuals to hire employees from their communities, providing opportunities for employment, skill development, and also then that in turn helps to provide some economic advancements for local residents. So that's one way of looking at it with that job creation. And then 3, community development. Black entrepreneurs play such a key role in the community development initiatives, because they may invest in and revitalize underserved neighborhoods, and then that creates a gathering space, cultural hubs, and supports local organizations and initiatives, while you're contributing to the overall economic and social well-being of the community. So that's the way the community development can be built up and surged by other Black entrepreneurs hiring other Black people to work with them. All right. And then number 4, I hope this list is good. I hope you're writing some things down. I hope some questions are coming to you. And if questions are coming, please type them in the chat, type them in the comments, and make sure that you are asking the questions. And if you have information to share that will enhance what I'm saying, please do so by all means, because we are in this together. Okay. So, number 4, role models and mentors. Now, successful Black entrepreneurs can serve as role models, mentors for aspiring business owners. That's reaching down and helping and teaching classes and helping people within the community and inspiring others with the accolades and achievements that helps the mindset of becoming an entrepreneur. Because let me set this space, or set our mind space in order. Before there was a W-2 system, everybody were entrepreneurs. Now, yes, we came here pushed in on a slave ship, but that made Black people have to work by their hands anyway. And it was deplorable, and it was horrible, and it was real, and it was what it was, and it's what it is, because we still have to beat that mindset down. And these are some real things that we have to talk about. But I would say this: when I think about my great-grandparents, my great-grandparents were entrepreneurs. They were farmers, both sides. They were farmers. They had land. And that means they worked by the sweat of their brow. What they raised, whether it was hogs, cows, what have you, and sold the milk, sold the meat, whatever. That was entrepreneurship. They had to work while things were in season. That's the same thing as someone has a yard care service. You have to cut the grass and trim the flowers and all that stuff while there's a season for that. And then learning how to navigate and save your money and make it work throughout the entire year, because see, the year doesn't stop even if the seasons do. And so in that, role models and mentors can help entrepreneurs to get that mindset in order to say, hey, this is how you have to work this. This is how it has to go. And so we've been entrepreneurs forever. But where I believe oftentimes, I'm not knocking the W-2 system that we know, because that is what we know. And we have learned how to work it and learn how to invest and save. And therefore, we've made our job work for us. But that is not the only avenue, because like I said, your job sometimes is not necessarily who you are, it's what you do. Some people are really able to utilize who they are through and inside the W-2. But the entrepreneurship will I say pull in all the gifts and allow people to reach one, teach one, and so forth. So, we may have just share your comments on what you think about that, and how they are blended. So I'm not saying don't have a 9 to 5. Have a 9 to 5. That's going to be the bridge to carry you through and over. But couple it with, like I said, pulling up the things that you like to do. So people who are full entrepreneurs will tell you it's ebbs and flows all the time. But that's how we learn. We learn by someone talking to us, and we're listening to what they've had to say with their success, their support, their guidance, and providing valuable resources for us as aspiring or active entrepreneurs. And then 5, innovation and creativity. Entrepreneurship fosters that. As I said, if you are innovative, you are creative, that can drive the economic progress and competitiveness. So Black entrepreneurs bring a unique perspective, experience, and I say unique ideas to the marketplace. And we also a lot of times often lead in the innovation and lead in the services and the business models that can meet the needs of diverse consumers and markets, because we have had to assimilate to everybody. And when that assimilation takes place, that means that is knowledge that is garnered, gained, and able to be disseminated, able to be shared, able to be taught to others and to our own community as we build ourselves. So with that innovation and that creativity is not hampered, where we are able to be ourselves and put out what we know in a systematic manner, and with that creativity and that innovation, it would be unstoppable. I will say that you will be unstoppable. So don't step back from it. Step into it. Get into it. Do what you need to do to be about that, because I really truly know that the innovation and the creativity are going to be the things that are going to take us to the top. Now, like I said, put some questions, comments, talk back to me, and I'll make sure I get to your questions so that we can make sure that we have everything answered. But if you have comments, things that will add to what's being said, please, please, please interact and share those things, because your opinion and your knowledge, and it's not always opinion, just your knowledge is important and impactful. So as we're looking at the next number, we have like 7 of these. So we're coming to our descent in just a few moments. Overcoming barriers to entry. Sometimes entrepreneurship offers a pathway to economic empowerment because it helps to beat down the barriers for those facing traditional employment and advancement. And so we know for many African Americans, entrepreneurship has provided that means to overcome the systematic barriers such as discrimination, limited access to money, capital, and also lack of opportunities for career advancement, because sometimes you are just not looked upon as worthy or deemed worthy in where you are. So you have to create a space for yourself. It's like you pick up the pen and you write your own story. Okay, you pick up scissors and cut out your own path. And that's what you have to do. And you have to sit down and say, okay, let me get a business plan in place. So let me get some ideas in place and see how I can structure them and make them work for me. Who has done what I've done? Now, sometimes just a regular structure of business, yes, we can seek that. But some of the things, or even I would say inserting, even overcoming barriers to entry, some of the things have not been done before. You, me, we're the first ones to do it the way that we're getting it downloaded. It's really our baby. We don't have a model like it's not like we have a franchise that is already in play, and then we follow that system to the letter because it's already been shown and proven. We can get some ideas. Yes. We can think about the system of it. Yes. Because we have to have systems in place and all that. Yes. However, sometimes we can't get that break that we want. And it's not to, you have to even say to myself, it's not that you get upset about it. You just say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to get upset about it. I'll just be about it. What do I need to do so I can overcome the barrier that I may have placed on myself? What am I doing? What can I do well that I'm holding myself back by not doing? So that's how we can do that and help overcome those systematic barriers. Don't even worry about they won't let me, he won't let me, she won't let me. Let yourself. If you pray, ask for guidance, to seek a friend who's successful and doing what you see them doing. Somebody that's doing more than what you're doing, that's a start. Ask them, and then you continue to grow and build up from there. Overcome your own barriers. Enter your own doors. Like I said, write your own story, cut your own paper, cut out your spot, cut out the door that you want to go through. Sometimes it's just that. You have to cut out your own door and dispel the fear. Take a deep breath and step. And then number 7, cultural and social impact. Black-owned businesses often reflect the cultural identity and values of the community they serve. You can relate. They may celebrate diversity, promote inclusivity, and address some social issues through products, services, and business practices. I see people coming up with neat t-shirts and tumblers and mugs and blankets and all that exhibit and exude things of our Black history, our African history. And they sell them and they show that it is something that, hey, here are our wares. Then also we have people who will speak on topics and subjects that will bring an awareness, although sometimes uncomfortable to some. Who cares about that? Bring out the real story so that we can be elevated in our thinking. If we're going to be inclusive, let's include it all. Let's include all of it. Our blackness, where we came from, how we were brought here, how we still elevated and have been empowered to raise up beyond odds that were never designed for us to be raised up upon, which shows that the gifts in us, the empowerment, the education, the elevation is all inside of our heads, hearts, and our minds, and that we can do this. Okay. So, looking at the cultural and social impact, also the entrepreneurship contributes to positive and social change in a black community, and the empowerment within the black community. We have to really lock arms with our minds first so that we can say, hey, we can do this. This is for us and we deserve it. And not let everybody tell us what we are supposed to do, what we deserve, and what is for us. So, recapping, just know this: entrepreneurship has played a significant role in enhancing the economic empowerment of the black community. And we have done it. The entrepreneurship has done it by 7 things. We talked about 7 bullets. And of course, if you're in the comments, add more. If you're an entrepreneur, share what you do. Let everybody know what you do. Like I said at the top of the show, I share with you what I do. I am a financial professional. I am a life insurance broker. I help people create wealth through the vehicle of life insurance. Life insurance are not curse words. That is the title of the chapter that's in my book that's out. So I'm creating economic empowerment by putting together with 4 other ladies some ideas and things that will help serve our mindset so that we can change our minds about how we approach money and how we approach life insurance. They're not curse words. Life insurance helps your life. It ensures your life so that you can elevate and have money to even build up over time to create your dream, to become your own bank so you can start your own businesses. But if we never start anything, if we never get out of how we've been trained and taught to shudder and fear and shun everything, then we won't move and do anything. So as I recap, the entrepreneurship in the Black community has empowered us by 1, wealth creation; 2, job creation; 3, community development; 4, being role models and mentors; 5, we're innovators, creators; 6, overcoming the barriers to entry, meaning entry in other systems, create our own system to maneuver and help others to grow and raise up economically. And then 7, cultural and social impact. So I hope these things have been something that will has pricked your mind, your thoughts, to thinking about how can I garner garner the things that I already know, and how can I make them a business if I'm not already doing so. And then even in that, even the professions, like the profession in life insurance, financial professionals, and all that, that is an area that multiple people are needed. So if you are interested, and I want to say, I believe everybody is interested. If you're interested or just want to know more about what I do, there is an opportunity for you. Absolutely. Because this is an area that we need to be more abreast so that we can get more in depth, and so that we can help more people and help the economy to grow, and to help people get an economic and a business acumen about whether it's life insurance or investing in real estate and all of that. So if you're a realtor, you cut hair, whatever you do, please, and you're watching this, please put your information in there so people will know what you do, because it is imperative that we understand what each of us does so we can glean from one another. It's a travesty to me to have a gift, have a business, and not ever want to share with anybody how you got there and what you do. Here's the thing: nobody's going to steal your customers. Nobody. Because if you have the belief system, which I do have, the belief system is there are certain people assigned to you. And of course, we hear that mantra: people do business with people they like, know, and trust, okay, fine. But I know that with that being said, there are specific people who are assigned to us, and it doesn't matter if we all make apple pies. Somebody's going to like someone's apple pie more or less, and they're just going to attach and buy from the person that they like, know, and trust. So hey, there is room. Put yourself out there. I had someone that gave me a call about something that they were doing, and once they started talking to me, I said, "Are you, a part of XYZ company?" And he said, "Yes." I said, I already know about it. I'm a part of it. I've participated in it for years and done some things health wise with it and all that." And they said, "Wow, why didn't you tell me?" So it's always like you never know who needs to hear about what you do, because if you have the mindset of people already know. Sometimes people know, they think they know, or they really don't know. So it's up to us to share it. So this is the Black History moment in Money Talks with Ayanna Smith, and I wanted to highlight some of the things that people have been asking me about. What's some things that helps to elevate the Black community, and this is how some of the bullets that we went over help to lift the Black community through the avenue of entrepreneurship. So connect with me at www.askayanna if you want to learn more about how to get into the financial and life insurance industry, or you want to schedule a complimentary consultation just to go over what you have as already in place as a life insurance. And I will say this: we need more life insurance than what's on our jobs. If the job, one, is gone, and two, you leave the job. So you have to have something for yourself. It is always great to own what you have, and that you have some things in place, because what's usually on the job is not as in depth as what you could probably qualify for if you talk to someone directly. And I would love to do that and speak with you about that and show you how getting something on your own can enhance and blend in with what you do have on your job. I totally get it. I mean, just that's just how that is. We use it to blend together, not to be separate. Okay. And make sure that you share. Like I said, share what you do in your comments, because someone may be looking for something that you are doing or an expert in. And I look forward to speaking to each and every one of you. And remember, we always say on Money Talks with Ayanna Smith, money is always talking, even if we aren't talking about it. But let's have more conversations. I add this: let's have more conversations, and let's get our head out of the sand, because remember, life still goes on. Even if we're sitting in the dark, life still goes on. So let's cut the light on and have some conversations. Be well,